Hi, Doris.
Hello, everybody. We got here. We got Christy D, Big Dummy Dan.
Hello, Danny.
Hey, Danny. Oh, and hey, everybody.
Hi, Dan.
Happy birthday, Doris. Let's throw that out there.
Dan, I don't know if you're aware or not, Dan had a trip to Texas not too long ago, and he actually competed in his first strongman. Hello,
Hey, how
Lee.
we doing? Oh, hello, Sleepless.
Oh, look who we have. Howdy, howdy, and you've got a new haircut. Mm.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Buzz. And he's got working on a head cold too, so
Oh,
he's
no.
probably not going to talk a whole lot tonight.
No, I can talk. It's just gonna be bleh.
Uh, well, I got actually. Let me grab that real quick. I got something for you, Rick.
Happy birthday, Doris.
Yeah, it's not going to be too eventful tonight. Who does, Jason or Richard?
Hi.
Hello, Trajan.
I'm
Hey, Trajan.
playing, I'm playing Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's my grandson, everybody. One of them.
yeah.
That's the other kid.
Rick, you want to order?
You can't really see it.
Gunpowder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to order that off of Amazon? It's loose leaf tea, green tea.
Hmm.
It's actually got a little to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jace.
Very
No,
nice.
Nice jacket. Or is that a sweater?
no, it's a jacket.
It's a jacket for something you don't want to talk about.
You had better not be.
You kidding me? I don't have the fucking money for that.
Uh-huh.
He did buy the front tire for one. He's going to build it a piece at a time.
I'm gonna have to at this rate.
Uh-huh.
But you can't say nothing because I have all of the gear. All of the safety gear.
Uh-huh.
And Dan, the future will be bright when the McCaskies sell the Bears, and somebody else is running the show.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sleepless.
Elaine, they're getting cold there too.
I'm not wearing anything underneath it.
Ooh. Wait a minute. I got to get the music. Hold on.
No.
No.
And
No, it's really windy outside, so it's just to keep me from getting worse than I already am.
Did you see what Dan put about the Bears, Jason?
Yeah. He's saying future's bright. It can't get any dimmer.
You just need a coach, a O line, and some defense.
Yeah. A little bit of everything.
A whole new fucking team.
Yeah, we're supposed to get the snow, I think, tomorrow, isn't it, Jason?
Yeah, starting around midnight.
So do you want to start out by telling everybody what you've been working on the last little bit, Jay?
Oh, well, let's see. Won't talk work-wise because I'm not supposed to be doing that. So we'll stick with the house here. We have gone through a period during the fall where the power went out for at least 24 hours for a couple of weekends back to back, and we've had other times when the power's blipped out here. Got a little tired of it, and didn't have the fundage
Oh, nice, Richard.
to do Generac. Nice.
It's
Um,
this one's fully armored,
Yeah.
including
Uh-huh.
the spine protector.
nice. So I went looking and started. By the way, if y'all haven't played around with Chat GPT yet, um, it's an AI feature. I highly recommend it. You can ask it all kinds of stuff, and it's amazing the news you'll get back. It's amazing some of the answers you'll get back. Um, and you can actually ask it some fairly intelligent questions. In my case, I asked it how much power it would take to power most of our house minus the heat pump and the air handler.
Welcome, Daniel.
And as it turns out, hey, Daniel, a 12,500 watt volt, watt generator, which is runs 9,500 running watts on gas, 8,500 running watts on propane, will power most of what we need. It'll cover the fridge, the freezer, several lights, my breathing system, and some space heaters, which is really all we need to get through, a couple days to
Colleen.
the other side of a week.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, Colleen. Hi, Mom. Granny Canuck. So I went out and bought us a generator and then sat down and took it a step farther. Instead of running wires where you got air coming in, why couldn't you backfeed the house? So what I had done, some of you will remember back in the spring, is I had the electrician come out and run a separate junction box, or a separate
Panel.
panel box into the garage, with the anticipation of being able to install a couple of charging stations if, God forbid, we go to all electric cars, or if we go to having the chicken coop and the storage unit, and we've made a change on what we're doing with the garden. I'll get to that in a little bit. And also being able to run the garage, because right now, when I try and run any of the bigger pieces of power tools, it dims the garage. So I don't think it's set on the proper amp and breaker size. So that was what the initial intent was. My thought was that we should be able to take a generator and plug it into that panel, disconnect the main panel, and have it backfeed. As it turns out, it doesn't exactly work that way. So what we did was we had the electrician come back out and wire a plug in the garage that backfeeds down to the main breaker box. So I've now got it set up. We now have an enhancement on the house where I can go down and I can manually flip from the generator to main power, and from main power back over to the generator. So basically there was a legal aspect of it where legally you have to have it set up a certain way so that you are not backfeeding power onto the main lines, because the main lines for residential run step-down transformers. If you're feeding it backwards, those become step-up transformers. So we may run 120 volts here to power stuff in the house, but running back through all those step-up transformers, if you've got a guy who's working on the lines and the lines are shut off, all of a sudden you're jamming 40,000 volts through his poor little butt. So I totally understand what was going there. Hey, Mary, and why they wanted to have us do that. So we are now set up and ready, if power goes out, to run for at least 2 days gas-wise on the generator. Yeah, well, Uncle Fester would be nice. Unfortunately, closest I have is when Misty does her hair and brushes it forward. Then I have Cousin It. That's the closest I got.
Bless you, Richard. Bless you
So
again.
that's the latest one.
Excuse me.
Is getting that out. We're also setting up a 4 foot by 4 foot pad at the bottom of the stairs, so that the dogs have something to scratch their claws on and wear their claws down, and also so that they're not dragging mud back up the stairs and into the kitchen. Because I'm sorry, I'm a tired quarrel white boy. It gets a little old mopping after their asses again.
Okay, I don't want to interrupt you, Jay, but I gotta say this. Long time no see, Matt. Welcome.
Hey, is that like Spider-Man, Matt?
No, that is Second Star Survival.
Ah, okay, cool. Yeah. Hello, sir. What's
I
up,
don't
big guy?
know. I don't know with Grandma being in the chat if I should show this or not.
What? You might as well now that you've It's not your grandma you need to be worried about, child.
Hey, I told you I have all the gear.
Mm-hmm.
And Danny is cold proof. Sleep well, dude.
Good night, Dan.
So that's been my thing. We've also renovated both the offices, and I think Missy's done
Thank
a
you.
fantastic job on her floor.
Hi, Christina.
I'm about to get a phone call.
We've cleared out a significant
Uh-oh.
portion of the garage, so that is about this far away from becoming the wood shop. And yeah, you're going to get a phone call, all right, Ricky. It's not the one you want.
Yeah.
So the next thing that's coming is we're going to start getting some photos up and video up, walking the lot. I wanted to wait until the snow came so that we can show you a wintry, snowy one, what the lot looks like. But through trial and error this past year, we've determined that we are much better at container gardening. We ran 24 containers this year of peppers, hot peppers, tomatoes, green beans, snap peas,
Yeah, and a bunch of my herbs.
and a bunch of Misty's herbs. As such, two things happen. One is I'm not selling it, but if anybody is interested in homemade hot sauce, I am now making my own hot sauce. It is habanero level and higher. So if you if you're game to try something that may burn you coming in and going down, we can do that. Also, we are going to not put up a garden. We are going to put up one, maybe two greenhouses, and be able to grow year round.
Send me your recipe for that, Doris.
So we'll see. We're also going to start sending to-dos up, if you will, DIYs. Hey, Jen. And
Hey,
for things like making your own onion powder, making your own seasonings. Misty has gotten into and drug me along with her on it, and we've gotten to do pretty good on canning. We now have sauerkraut, turkey broth, lard, potato leek soup, garlic dill pickles, jalapeno garlic dill pickles, and we have 12 jars of homemade spaghetti sauce. So, we got lots going on. In fact, she should be canning tomorrow her next batch of sauerkraut. It's a little overdue.
Mm-hmm.
So,
You're welcome, Jen.
I have a line on scratch made mead, peach moonshine, strawberry shine. Oh, I have a line for as much alcohol as I can handle.
nice.
And
Nice.
Mini Kai is going to be adding to Jason and my channel as well with different videos, potentially.
Yeah.
And what I've been doing, guys, is a lot of reading and a lot of studying. I've now graduated. Well, I graduated a while ago from my herbal course that I was doing. And I'm doing spiritual energy healing, shamanic energy healing course, which is going slow because I haven't been working on it a lot. But we've already got seeds in the works and plans in the works for doing an expanded herb garden next year. So that I can potentially start doing up like salves and tinctures and that type of thing. Which if you're in the States, I may be able to ship to you. Anywhere out of the States, I'm not able to ship yet.
And for those of you who just noticed the black head that was popping up here, Massage.
Yes, we have a new addition to our family, guys.
Yeah. Pasha, our senior dog, went over the rainbow about 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And in the process, or shortly thereafter, when Mama was feeling down, I took her to her favorite Chinese buffet up here. And afterwards, we didn't quite want to go home. And I had a coworker who had gone down to where Hurricane Helena ripped through in North Carolina and Southern Virginia, and brought back 50, almost 60 dogs to the local shelters, foster programs, and rescues. So we decided, to try and pick Mom up a little bit. We go give the dogs a little bit of love because all the shelters up here have been absolutely full. So if you're around this area and you have room in your heart and room in your wallet and room in your house for a 4-footed family member, please think about adopting.
Yeah, a lot of the shelters right now, guys, are full.
Yeah. So we went into the Berkeley shelter here and went through. Sorry, wait a second. I'm going to scroll back here.
No, Tracy.
Oh. Mary threw me for a second.
Mm-hmm.
All I saw was it rolled up, and all I saw was I'm on my knees and lip out. And I'm like, what? Wait a minute. Sorry, totally. Squirrel. Not, never mind. Anyhow, so we went in. If anybody here is familiar with the Berkeley shelter, you go in through the main office, and then you go in first to the big dog area. We went into the big dog area, and to say that I felt not safe would be an understatement. A lot of the big dogs there were
very angry.
Scared, angry, aggressive. I reached forward to one that was quiet that I thought was a good one, and he about chewed through the cage to try and get at me. So I disengaged and followed Mama up the small dog area. She was looking at a male, roughly 1-year-old Akita mix. She's been on about getting me a male dog ever since I lost Blade. Just hasn't been in the cards. Anyhow, walking by, there was a cage that didn't have a tag on it or anything.
Hey, Dragon.
And hey, Dragon. And there was a little dog there that was jumping up and down. He was kind of doing the donkey from Shrek, pick me, pick me. So I stuck the back of my hand up against the cage, and she was
Good
just.
night, Colleen. Feel
all
better.
over. Hey, Colleen.
Hi,
so
Toby.
I went on and we let Mama pick the Akita and bring it into the meet and greet room. And to say it was a Tasmanian devil would be an understatement. This thing was all over the place, up on chairs, cross over on us, down on the floor, back with the handler. It was just crazy. So we let it go for about 4 or 5 minutes. It didn't slow down for anything. So the lady's leash it, she could tell it wasn't working. So the lady gets it back on the collar and she's like, would you like to see the puppy? And without even thinking, I went, yes, thinking that she was going to bring in this little thing like Harley was when we got Harley, except Harley was kind of more like this. So she goes out and she comes back in with this, what I thought was a little dog. But no, it's a 12-week-old Dutch Shepherd. For those of you that don't know, Dutch Shepherds are the primarily all black shepherds that the police work with a lot. And people had turned this dog in not 30 minutes before we got there. So this dog sat down behind the lady and just was, terrified, I'm sure, because she hadn't been there for long. So I sat down on the floor and coaxed her over, and she crawled up in my lap, and she's shaking, and I'm starting to pet her and calm her down, and she actually falls asleep in my lap. And then Mama takes her, and she falls asleep in Mama's lap. And while she's sleeping in Mama's lap, Mama gets that look in her eye. And she asks the lady, she goes, so what would it cost if we took it today? And the lady went, well, and she said, Mama said, we've got 2 other dogs. Do we need to do a meet and greet? And she goes, yeah, you have to come down and do a meet and greet. Yeah, Jen, wait till you hear this. Yeah, it was meant to be. So we gave her our name and our address, and she goes out and leaves us with the dog and comes back about, 15 minutes later?
Not even.
And they had gone through our records. We had adopted Ginger, if you'll remember, from that same shelter. We had adopted both Harley and
Not Harley, Blade and Pasha.
Blade and Pasha from the Jefferson County shelter. And they had paperwork in the file, in the system on us for all 3. And I said, are the dogs that you have Ginger and Pasha? And we said, well, Pasha's gone, but it's Ginger and Harley, which is another one that we rescued from a private group. And she said, well, it's going to be $100 based on the notes in your file. You don't have to do a meet and greet. You can take her today. We are absolutely sure that everything will be fine. So Mama looked at me and she's got that, well, and I'm like, whatever you want to do. And she went, let's take him. Mm-hmm. So, and it wasn't a him, it's another her. Her name is Sasha. This will probably be the last dog that we have. And it's interesting because her name is Sasha. Our first dog's name is Pasha. She's a brindle that's got, if you've ever seen Realtree camo, think of Realtree camo without the green. She's got that kind of mottled appearance, which is the exact same mottled appearance that our one and only cat has that Blade found 4 months after we moved in here during a really, really bad thunderstorm. And we still have her. And she is all of 4.5 pounds, stripped and soaking wet. So it's kind of interesting. She's got a similar name to the first dog we have and similar coding to the one and only cat that we have, wrapped up in the final animal that we're planning on having. So, yeah, it worked out that way, and she is actually very much a mama's girl. So, which is kind of what I was hoping for, because when I'm away on trips, she'll be there looking after mama, and she's already tipping the scales at I think about 34 pounds, and not even 6 months yet. She'll be 6 months at the end of this month. So she may actually be a little bit bigger than Harley is. She won't be as stocky and muscular as Harley is, but yeah. So I think that's all that's new with us, other than the fact that I have yet to give you a bunch of those videos to work over.
Yeah.
So Doris, why aren't you up on panel? Yeah, my coffee got a hole in it.
It's time to go get some more.
Yeah.
Trying to find the pictures that I sent you of the dogs, Jason. I can't find them.
Nice. Boomer, Chaco.
Right, Grandma? Famous
Huh?
last words, guys. At least one more in your future.
Just be careful when we come visit. You may end up acquiring an animal too. Who knows?
Oh, Dan. No, you're not asking the wrong question.
Haven't heard or seen a word from them.
It is a very good question.
And yes, Toby, I still am.
Yes,
Right
matter of fact, Toby, the second half of this will be dedicated to Misty and not my rambling ass. So
yeah, I'm going to do a spirit box tonight, guys.
Yeah. So yeah, Dan, you're not asking the wrong question. I don't know much. We don't know much, but this is what I know. Chris had his toe and part of his foot removed, and then developed a hole in the bottom of that same foot. It was another necrotic area. Misty can tell you more, because when they were down here, she was changing his bandages. The last time they came down was spring.
Mm-hmm.
Chris really couldn't go anywhere or do a whole lot because he couldn't walk around a whole lot. Then when they got back up, the hole started to heal, but somehow he lost feeling in his leg where they had done the work, and couldn't walk very well. That was about the last that I knew. He was getting to the point where he could walk a little bit. That's the last that we really knew. I think Misty maybe had the opportunity to talk to Amanda once or twice. I've sent stuff to Chris on Facebook. We are both together in Fortnite as friends, and I've seen him on. I don't know if he's seen me on, but I've seen him on, but I haven't heard from him in that either. So I really have no idea what's going on. Okay, this is all right. Let me see if I can bring this up. Hold on. This is a picture of the new baby. Not so much a baby anymore. Let's see. Yep, there it is. Ooh, God, not that baby. Hell, where did that picture come from?
I don't know.
So that's Sasha. You can barely see her compared to the blanket that's down under the
You
table.
can kind of see her collar.
Yep. that's how we see her at night. That's the only way you see her at night is this collar. She gets out in the backyard in the dark, you don't see Jack, which is actually kind of funny because if she goes charging
Hi,
out,
Honda Trucking.
you're not gonna see her until she's right in your face. And this is Harley, the biggin that we have. So you can see if Sasha's butt's over here, you can see she's getting to be pretty good size. Let's see, I think this is another one. Yeah, that's Harley. That's the big one. Was the baby of the bunch. Yeah, now you get a better look at Sasha. That's Ginger. That's Harley and Ginger together. And this is what we call the Mexican standoff over the small tug toy. This is Sasha pulling with all she's got when she was a little bit younger, and Ginger basically just standing there, letting her tug. There we go. With sound this time.
Hi, Chris Miller.
Put a shirt on, please.
You can see she cheats.
Actually, Matt, there's going to be a little bit of that talked about in the coming videos and live streams. I'm going to be doing a lot more than paranormal guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dragon, I'm actually thinking about getting a reflective jacket for Sasha because she is so dark you can't see her. Right, Doris? And she's such a chicken. A dog barks outside and she runs for the door.
Oh yeah, it's hysterical. We have a German Shepherd at the next door neighbors behind us, and the Shepherd comes out and barks, and Harley and Ginger take off for the dog in the back corner, and Sasha takes off for the deck and the back door. So it's like they're running in two different directions. It's funny to watch. I am waiting Monday morning when Tweedledee and Tweedledum wake up and get the baby, and everybody goes, "Let's go outside," because Harley hasn't really seen snow yet, and Sasha doesn't know snow for shit. So I'm gonna get my phone and sit out there and make sure I catch the video of the first time. We already had a little bit of freezing rain come down the other night and let them out, and Sasha had no clue what was going on. She went out and went to make the left-hand turn to go down the stairs and kind of Tokyo drifted and hip checked into the grill, recovered, and then went downstairs. So.
Yeah, Matt, I actually want to talk to you privately soon about maybe doing a collab about some of the prepping stuff.
Hang on, I got a piece of equipment making a noise here.
Yeah, Toby Spencer was a really cool dog. That was a Springer Spaniel that I had years ago. So I have a question for everybody. How did your New Year start out? Was it good, bad, indifferent? I know how yours started. Right, Ben?
I'll call the office and get a new docking station.
Yeah, it was Elaine. Yeah, like I know a lot of people are noticing that it seems weird anymore. Ever since the lunar eclipse and solar eclipse that we had. Yeah, Jim, we didn't really celebrate New Year's here. We just kind of actually fell asleep. But I know a lot of people are feeling kind of out of sorts.
Well, why don't you take over? I got a little bit of an equipment issue here.
What's wrong?
Docking station.
Ah,
So
okay.
To those who haven't seen,
Yeah. That was Richard's New Year's.
that was a day after Thanksgiving.
You're going to have to explain. Sorry, I got the hiccups.
The Saturday after the American Thanksgiving, a guy that was presumed drunk smashed into the SUV that our neighbors parked outside, and then the SUV took out our van. Everybody was fine. We were in the trailer, but a running driving van totaled out. And follow that up, with dealing with the insurance and still dealing with it. The timing chain on our other vehicle went out 2 days before Christmas. So, yeah. It reduced a $8,000 minivan to scrap metal. So, I have definitely had better years. Luckily, we have Nicole's ex, my wife. Her ex is willing to loan us a car until we get something better. But it took the Odyssey, and here I'll zoom in on it. But that door is caved about 1.5 feet into the bay, and the wheel is sitting at a 45. So it runs, it moves, but it's done, for lack of a better term. And the cops estimated that he was doing about 45 miles an hour, and given the state of the other vehicles, it was closer to about 60 or 70. Because my vehicle was actually parked nose into the fence. And the Ranger truck is the one that did it. Yeah. He shoved my car 6 feet back and spun at 90 degrees. So you can't tell me after impacting a vehicle before he hit mine that he wasn't moving. So
Yeah, and he drove the vehicles into the fence behind them too.
yeah.
Good thing black. I'd much rather talk than type.
So yeah, I have most definitely had better years. Because now we're down 2 vehicles And yeah. But he ran. He got out of his truck and walked away and friggin' ran.
Right, Mary? Yeah, I don't think he's even been charged yet, has he?
No. No.
Oh, nice, Doris. When are you going to make it here? Oh, and the other thing, guys, is I'm going to be contributing some to Jason's cooking channel now, too. He's convinced me I need to do some videos for him.
About time.
Shh.
I mean, I can't say much. I need to shoot you guys some videos too.
Yeah. So is anybody interested in a spirit box? If you are, put a 1. Where, Toby?
Oh yeah, they are. I heard back from the adjuster last Wednesday. They're just trying to determine, how much. And it's like,
Wow.
I think
I
go ahead.
mentioned spirit box. Sorry, Richard. I mentioned spirit box, and look at how blurry.
Yeah, your thing went blurry as hell.
Cute, Danny.
Sorry about that, all.
No, you're good.
Look at how blurry my camera is, Jay. I mentioned spirit box.
Yeah, they're sitting right there in front of you.
You're like, do it.
You're going, hi. Now, I figured out the dogs were not trying to introduce themselves.
What?
The dogs were trying to let us know that Sasha desperately needed to go out.
Ah.
Yeah, chalk up one more thing that you do not feed a puppy.
What?
Cinnamon twists.
Oh, you should have known that.
Two I gave her. And there are not many things in this world that will make me rich. However,
Tommy's doing good, Doris.
yeah, when you're cleaning up spots all across the kitchen floor.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to put myself full screen for a minute, guys, just so I can show you.
Hey, Spike.
I have
Hey, Spiker.
a K2 right here, and there is a cat ball on the stand behind me. That red light that just went out, that is the heater for my fish tank. So we'll just see if anything goes off, but so just kind of keep an eye, because I'm not running my camera, guys. My spirit cam, it's not even hooked up right now. So I don't know how I'm going to do this. With the way this desk is, Jace, I have nowhere to put my speaker now. I just realized that. So hopefully you'll be able to hear it.
You should be able to.
The only way I could do is to put it up inside the cabinet. There's no little thing to put it beside the camera.
I would love to send you this desk that I have. The thing is, it's like close to 600 pounds.
Hold on, I'll be right there.
There's tons of storage in it.
Yeah, I like the new one I got. When I redid my office, I got a new desk, guys. There's nowhere unless I want to set it up inside the cabinet or up on top here.
Down there right in front of you.
Well, the speaker's on my camera. That's where it picks it up from.
It'll catch it, especially if it's loud enough.
Right there, you'll do fine. Or you can do it right down there where your cigarette pack is,
No.
and it'll pick it up. Yeah, because it'll bounce.
Okay, we'll try it.
Keep in mind, Mom, you can hear me just fine, and I'm 4 feet away from my mic.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to do a prayer, guys. And then we will start it. And I'll jump right into the necrophonic. I'm not going to mess around with any of the other ones.
Yay.
Creator, thank you for the opportunity to bring all of these friends of ours together tonight I ask that our guides, our guardians, and our spirit helpers all assist the spirits to come through and speak to their loved ones. No negative energies are welcome here. They will be removed. I ask that you bless each and every one of us. Amen.
Amen.
And if you've got earbuds in, take them out for a second. Oh, it's actually not too bad. Can you
Good.
guys hear that?
Nice.
Hello?
Tactical.
Love you too. Can you guys hear that okay?
Is that at max volume?
No.
Put it up to max volume.
5,000 lumen.
That's too loud. Can I ask your names, spirits? Thank you, Mary. Blessings to you, spirits. Doris is saying hello. Hello. Christina says hello. Hello, Sarah. Tommy, are you here? I have the K2 set up here in the office if you want to work with it. Doris wants to know if Bridget is at her house.
One more time. Were you talking to me, Mom?
Sorry, Richard?
Were you talking to me?
No.
That's good because it's going.
Hmm? Oh, I'm listening to this. How many spirits do we have here tonight? Us. I thought I heard 30. Did you say 30? Yes. Mary wants to know if you guys would like her to come back to YouTube and talk to you. Can you speak up? Hi. Yep. Can you read what's on my computer? Yes. If you can read it, can you tell me a name of somebody in chat? What? Bridget.
Oh, sorry, I was just trying to find a better way to put her speaker up.
Bridget, do you have something you want to say to somebody? Doris? Somebody just said kisses. Are you sending kisses to Doris? I just heard Barbara or Barb. I just heard kiss. I just heard yes. Who's standing near me? Can you light up the K2? Where's the face, Doris? I'm seeing something manifesting between the fish tank and my desk. Right over, kind of right there. Yep, there's something. Are you trying to show yourself? There's like 4 lights right there. If you're trying to show yourself, thank you. Is it my imagination, or does it look like there's something trying to manifest? Because there's the light for the heater. So whatever that light colored thing is, it's outside of the fish tank. It's like it's beside the stand.
Put yourself into full screen.
What?
Put yourself into full screen.
I still didn't hear you, Richard, over top of this. it's weird.
Put yourself into full screen.
Cat. Yeah, look at that, guys. Mary wants to know who Lucy is. It might be reflecting off of stuff, though. It's hard to say. Can you light up the cat ball for me? Okay, guys, I think I'm going to try an experiment. I'm going to go out of the Necrophonic and go into another app that I have. That it may sound like gibberish because it just uses the alphabet. It doesn't have any other sound bank or anything to it. It's called, let's see, I'll tell you what it's called. Transcend Theory. I'll set it so that maybe you can see what it types. Hello, spirits. And it just went blurry. Can you talk to me through this?
Happy end.
It takes them a minute or two to get the alphabet correct. Can you try and focus a little bit more? It uses your connection to the spirits.
Your
Welcome.
faith.
It says faith, guys. I don't know if you can read it or not. Can you tell us your names?
Del,
Val?
let's,
Let's what? Doris wants to know if your name's Mitch. And something just occurred to me using this hooked up. Are you guys interested in
end of,
end of? I'm going to shut this down, spirits, for just a second, and then we'll come back, okay? Seeing as I've got my tablet hooked up, guys, I could probably actually show you the SLS in here and just see what we get. Potentially, if it'll work. Can you show yourselves? No, we're not gonna. Are you guys seeing that?
Why don't you tell everybody what that's a visual of, babe, on your tablet? The space
It's,
right in front of your fish tank.
yeah, that's, well, you can pretty much see it. It shows up clearer, actually. That is the K2 on my desk, just sitting there. And then, like, the back part is, like, my stand with my fish tank. And I'm sure everybody knows what an SLS does. It picks up figures that are in the room. We can see you. Sorry about the reflection, guys. It's reflecting my screen from my computer as well. Are you having fun? I wonder if I can pick up the dolls. Probably not. Tommy, can you show yourself? Yeah, I moved the tank from that corner, guys. It's beside my desk now.
That way she can use it as a giant hookah.
It's almost like there's somebody standing right on top of that K2.
Hmm.
Huh?
Or underneath it.
That's weird. Can you light the K2 up?
Okay, that's a bowl of soup.
Holy crap. Oh, it's only a little bit in it.
It's Campbell's Chunky chicken
That's
noodle.
weird, guys. I'm not sure what it's trying to do.
Hey, Ricky, add a little bit of this. Yeah. Timing.
I don't know what they're doing, Mary. I've never seen it do that. It's never lit up like that around my K2. I don't know if I can use this and show. I don't know if I can show you guys the actual files that are in here. And apparently it started videoing without me hitting it. But let's see. This one goes to. I am not sure how to get into settings. No. I'm not sure how to get into the actual.
You know you'd have to ask the family techie, and he's on the phone right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to get into my files. There we go. Okay, here's one that I did at the kitchen, guys. I don't know how well it'll show. And ignore the mask, please. Here, I'll put me up to full screen so everybody can see it better.
Potentially, if it'll work.
Come on.
Can you show yourselves?
That's what I just did.
They're not gonna.
See what I mean? Front closet. Well, the way he was going, I figured he was going to be able to see us. Ah, see you, old bastard.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, that was pretty interesting. I have never seen, like, I've had the K2 going when I've had that thing running, and it never seems to pick up anything like that, the K2, any of the small stuff. But just now it was showing like a figure around the K2. Yeah, we've got quite a few spirit energies around. Why are you muted, Jay?
Because I was burping.
Ah. Okay, I'm gonna go back into necrophonic for a minute or two. If you guys have any questions for the spirits, go ahead and ask. Okay.
Help?
Back.
It's not a good way to start.
What?
Help?
Dan says spirits. Dan wants to know how much wood does the woodchuck actually chuck? 22. I don't know. That was a joke, spirits. Doris wants to know who the man in the white dress shirt is. Yeah, Deanna did. Do you have any messages for anybody that's here? Elaine, I'm not sure. It could be because I'm smoking. It's hard to say. Okay, that just sounded like one of the spirits sniffled.
I laughed at you.
Do you have a cold, spirits?
None.
Do you have any messages for me? Do you have any messages for anybody else? My stepson's name is Nicholas Mary. Hi, Scott.
Nee.
Spirits, can you tell me how many people are in our chat right now? They just said 7. I just said our stepson. My stepson's name is Nicholas. True, Dan. Yes, he is married. He better be still alive, or I'm going to track him down.
I just talked to him just before we started this.
Oh, there's not as many with us now. Dreams and your thoughts. Somebody has a birthday today in our chat. Can you tell me who? Who is the person in chat that has a birthday? Doris. Thank you, Spirit. How many spirits are with us right now? Oh, it's been a lot more hectic than this, Scott. They're actually being polite. They're not talking over each other.
Well, Hun, Nicholas confirmed he got home okay.
Okay.
I'll tell you more about that in a minute.
Mm. Yeah, I'll be honest, guys, I haven't been doing a lot of paranormal lately. This is maybe the second time in 4 months I've had my spirit box going. Yep. Have you met? Oh, it's okay, Scott. No worries. I'm going to do it twice a month on a Saturday at the same time. Have you missed talking spirits? Yes. Mary wants to know if she has any new spirits around her now. Yes. Yeah, Scott, I've had spirits using candles to do Morse code during my sessions as well. Mary wants to know if they came with the house. New. They just said yes, Mary. Does anybody have any questions for the spirits while we have it going? Mary wants to know if anybody died in her home. Hello. Hi, Christopher. Right, Dragon? Yeah, Toby, we get that a lot here. A lot of people say they hear drums playing here. Mary wants to know what the new spirit's name is. Right, Dragon? They do that all the time, guys. Any lurkers, the spirits will bust you every time. Scott wants to know if you have any messages for the group. Blessings.
Yeah, they used to do that a couple times, didn't they, Dragon?
No. Dan wants to know if there's a person named Alex among you. Toby, you need to look at some of my videos. We've actually done quite a few spirit box sessions outside of the house, as well as some dowsing rod. Yeah.
I swear one of those ghosts has gas.
I think they're talking among themselves.
Yeah, but I keep hearing.
I heard somebody sneeze earlier. Yeah, sneeze. Okay, spirits, I'm going to shut this down. Thank you so much for coming and speaking with us.
See, there goes that toot again.
Uh-huh.
So I talked to the guy that ran the cemetery by our old place,
Yeah.
and apparently they disallowed cameras and stuff like that
Yeah.
because too much shit was actually happening.
Yeah.
Like people were not doing it correctly, and
Yeah, there's a lot of people going out and destroying things just for the hell of it. Okay, good night, spirits. Blessings to you.
did you bring it back?
They
I don't see it.
didn't want it.
So the cat is playing fetch with me
Oh, wow.
with one of these.
Interesting.
Oh,
It's a cat toy.
I had Casbah years and years and years and years ago would play fetch with one of those dime Super Balls you get out of the gumball machines at the grocery store.
Yeah.
We had a long hallway down the apartment, and I'd just sit at the end with the air handler and bounce it, and he'd sit there and watch it. And as it came back, he'd smack it at me. When he'd had enough, he'd sit there and watch it. He'd get up, grab it between his paws, and trap it, and knock it down, and sit on it.
Okay, guys, I don't want to interrupt, but I'm going to do a closing prayer. And then we can all chat.
Sorry, I forgot about that.
No worries. Creator, thank you again for bringing us all together. It's a blessing. And I thank all of the spirits who came through and communicated. And I wish you safe journeys. And I wish you healing if needed. Amen. Okay, now we can chat. And yeah, Scott, it's amazing how many places that Jason and I have been to where there's so much graffiti and stuff that people have
Destroyed.
Sam, that they've just destroyed areas.
Yeah.
And made it impossible for people that are actually going there out of respect.
Yeah.
And so I take it when we come out to visit you, Richard, we won't be able to go to the cemetery there?
Not unless we get special permission first.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I could do it, but it's one of those, like, you got to be very careful.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Dragon.
I hate to say it, but that's just with how people are being raised today, this day and age.
Yeah, well.
They don't have the fear of God put into them.
I'll give you a scary one. All of us grew up going to visit our grandparents, and our grandparents would break out the photo album. Half the time, we'd sit there and go, oh, God. The other half of the time, you're sitting there going, cool. But the thing is, when they break out the photo album, every picture had a story behind it.
Yeah.
Here's your grandfather working with his grandfather at the garage that Al Capone used to take his cars to.
Mm-hmm.
Here's your uncles leading a troop of Boy Scouts through first aid and emergency preparedness training. The next generation of old people, this is really going to suck, because they're going to go, oh, look, a picture of my dinner.
Yeah.
Oh, look, here's a picture of Grandma taking a picture of herself in the mirror.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a picture of my shoes that I bought. Sad. Sad, sad, sad. We're going to lose that.
Bleh.
Yeah, and Toby, something to remember is don't ever bring anything from an investigation site that you're at. Don't bring it home.
Nope. Rocks, artifacts, dirt, all that stuff stays.
Yeah. And whatever intention you go out there with, that's what you're going to bring to you.
Yeah, sleepless, yeah. sometimes if you get a double exposure, yeah.
Yeah, I used to work at Walgreens for the photo department, and we actually had like the old school film and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
and it was freaking wild to develop that. That was cool.
Well,
Um,
until you got to that role that you went, oh shit, I'm gonna call the cops.
Yeah.
I actually had a couple of detectives come in saying they needed the roles developed.
Very true, Mom. We need to start paying more attention to the people around us.
Yeah.
And Jason and I are just as bad. We have neighbors all around us, and we don't know. We don't socialize with any of them.
Well, look what happened when he did.
Yeah.
Well, we did. One moved away.
Yeah.
We do. The one across the street, he just, they have their own thing going on.
Yeah.
We do the one on the other side of us. No thanks. The two that are cattywampus to us across the street
Exactly, Dragon.
quit talking because they wanted Missy to give up her job and do something for them for free.
Mm-hmm.
The guys cattywampus to us the other direction are a bunch of idiots. We got a rule up here about firing guns and target shooting on your property. You must have at least 500 feet between where you are and the end of your property line. And even with that in mind, you cannot be shooting at another house or another dwelling or at the road.
Yeah, it has to have a clear backstop.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And these knuckleheads have a backyard that backs up to the other neighbor like we do. And they were on their deck with targets in the ground in their backyard shooting their ARs down into the ground. Yeah. And there's one woman, haven't heard it recently, but over the summer they had some issues going on because a woman comes out of the house going, call the police, he's trying to kill me.
Yeah.
So our own version of a soap opera is called As the Stomach Turns.
Right.
The folks that bought the place or are renting the place from our neighbor next door, Teddy, haven't really shown themselves at all. Of course, we haven't really been out a whole heck of a lot either.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. And then Chris right behind us, we wave and say hi, and that's about it. He's got some folks that he set up his garage as a separate apartment, whatever. It's got some folks in there that are a little weird. And then there's a house that just got put up across the driveway from him, and those people don't even get me started.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They know nothing about common sense and intelligence. They'll light a fire, and I'm talking a fire that's pretty good size, start to burn their trash, it looks like, and walk away from it, leave it unattended.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a border collie that is not in any way, shape, or form confined. It runs free. They have no fencing or anything else. And it came over and attacked Harley through the fence and put a nick in her nose one time. I'd like to see them do that again. One of the other changes I made to the house is I added a few little things to the house, and that dog comes back over again. Ping.
Nice, Dragon. We don't have enough property for that here. But
No,
I think I'm gonna call it soon, guys. I've been on here longer than I was thinking I was gonna. But I'm gonna, like I said earlier, I'm gonna try and get on a minimum of twice a month. And I'm gonna try getting some videos out in the meantime. I'm gonna do up some videos on different herbs and stuff as well for you guys, and just everyday stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, Toby, it is kind of. But thanks for being here, guys. I really appreciate it, and I've enjoyed it.
thank you.
Miss you too, Doris.
But if you'll drive closer, our aim improves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. We haven't moved, Doris. We're
Not
still
much.
love you.
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
I could do one on that, Toby, if you want. Oh, guys, before I go, Jason found a place I can get some white sage seeds. Have a good night, everybody.